Dear friends, of late, particularly after our new CJ, Honorable Just CJI Sri Nutalapati Venkatramana took charge as CJ, then he has been actually interested and he has been telling in the open court itself regarding the Indianization of the legal system. Right? He has viewed in a good number of cases also, and I think in September, I do not know the date, but in September 2021, he has called for the Indianization of the legal system. Why? To provide access to the poor as it is the need of the hour. He has cited an example also. In rural areas, if there are family disputes, they think that they should solve them among themselves. There is no necessity for the court, and they are out of the court. That is the idea of the common people. Common people also should be able to know the legal system, and the Indian legal system should be known. Normally, we follow the precedents from the British common law, British courts of equity, or American law, all things like that. Suppose whenever you are told about the judicial review, so even though we tell you under Article 32 and Article 13 of the Constitution of India regarding judicial review, the first case we have to cite it as Mulberry versus Madison. Is it not? Likewise, so many cases, Plessy versus Ferguson, Brown versus Board of Education, Topeka, all these things, foreign cases only we are going to cite. Why don't you go for the Indian famous legal persons are there, legal humanists are there. So even our traditional actually legal traditions as per Manu Dharma, Manu Shastra, Kautilya Shastra, why don't you follow them? Why don't you cite them? This is the trend he wanted to develop, CJ wanted to develop among the Indian judiciary. Right? So together with him, another person. So here I will read. Indianization means, CJ, in the view of Indianization means to adapt to the practical realities of our society and to localize our justice delivery system in family disputes, other things he has stated. And on 6th December 2021, Justice Abdul Nazir, he went a step forward and stated that there is need to embrace great legal traditions as per Manu, Kautilya, then Narada, Parasara Smriti, Buraspati, Yagnavalkya, and other legal giants in India. So, great lawyers and judges are made but not born. Please remember. So, they are made by proper education, like Manu Dharma or Buraspati, customs, all these things you know. So, how they are being Indianized? So, Supreme Court of late it started giving judgments. So, keeping in the so-called legal traditions in India also. So, way back in Aadhaar judgment, let us take the example of the privacy judgment. So, in this connection, the former CJ S.D. Bobde, he referred as to how in the ancient religious texts of India, a well-developed sense of privacy is evident. So he gives given the example also. Kautilya in Ardhashastra stated that the Ardhashastra prohibits entry of one person into the other's house without the consent of the other person. So it is nothing but privacy, because that man may be engaged in so many activities in his house. Unless you take permission, you cannot enter his house. This is what is called privacy. And second, that is decriminalizing adultery case. That is Joseph Sain case. Joseph Sain versus Union of India, 497 case. So in that case, the Manusmriti, chapter 4, they cited that this chapter 4 prescribes punishment for those persons who are addicted to intercourse with the wives of the other person. So that person, not the wife, is only liable for punishment. So it is mentioned not only in 497 but way back in Manusmriti also. And third one, in Shabarimala case, so that is Young Lawyers Association versus State of Kerala. So the court pointed once again to Manusmriti. So Manusmriti observed that ancient religious customs and texts show that menstruating women, they actually pollute the surroundings because oozing of blood will be there. So they pollute the surroundings. That's why they should not be allowed to enter the holy shrine. So the Manusmriti went on to say that the practices which legitimize menstrual taboos due to the notions of purity and pollution. So therefore, the particular period, the women who menstruate, they will be prohibited regarding the freedom of movement, particularly those 5 days. Those 5 days, they should not stir out from the house. They should not stir out into the main entrance of the house. Then right to education and also right of entry into the place of worship. So this is also in Manusmriti. So slowly we are going to Indianize the so-called our legal system. Very good attempt is being made. Let us hope some more attempts will be there. Thank you very much.